All right, MrSotko here, and welcome back to another Wargame, a Red Dragon replay cast. Today it's another 3 vs 3 4-chan tournament game. It is game number 2 between our red team, Team ANZ, and our blue team, Team Wardong. ANZ consists of Mike, short for Michael, which, I'm assuming most people know that. George S. Patton and Faust. And on the left side of the map, we have Nandamoni, Frosty Coon, and Enraged Ewok as Team Wardong. This is game number 2. It is Jungle Law. And if you did not catch the first game, it was really amazing. I think Team Wardong played a very, very flawlessly good game, but it was pretty close for a while. Team Wardong did take game number 1, so we'll see how game number 2 goes. And we're going to speed this up to the 10x mark till all the units come out. And remember, in the description of the replay will be Frosty, Coon, and George S. Patton's deck from the first game. So if it's a different deck this time around, just know that it is not a mistake. It's just from the first game. I'm just simply going to copy paste it on that game and the first game as well. So if you guys want to check out their decks, you can go ahead and do that. I will include decks in every replay that I do, if possible, of course. And we are ready to go here. Now all the teams spread out a little bit more evenly this time around, so I'll be able to see where they are going. Looks like Mike is going off to the right side, and Faust perhaps taking through the middle of the map, and so that would leave George S. Patton on the left side, but we'll see how that goes in a moment. And we have Enraged Ewok taking the left side of the map there, and Frosty Coon taking the center-ish, and Frosty Coon also taking the center-ish, so their units split up just a little bit. Nandamoni going off to the right as well. And these units will clash shortly. And it is a large map, so it will take just a moment for these troops to get to each other, and all of them racing to get to the wood lines and as close as possible to their opponent before they are spotted. And where will the clash begin first? Looks like over here, the Mi-24D and the Spetsnaz going to go at it for a little bit. And that Mi-24 is not going to last very long. Faust's plane goes down very quickly there. Now, put that back to 1x, as it is a fairly short game this time around. WZ551s here going to release Legion. And Legion, one of the best special forces in the game, usually wins over any other special forces within block and next to block, I do believe, as well. So they are really, really excellent special forces. And Spetsnaz Gru here going to hold off some of these APCs coming on in. And they do have those RPG-26, but they got to fire really quickly to take out all of this. And those Gru there are all alone, only 7 men. And T-72 Moderna all the way over here from George S. Patton. And so neither side really capturing anything just yet. 0-0 so far. ANZ leading with a total of 8-point advantage. So we'll see how that goes in a moment here. Lee Ren getting forward here. And now in the middle of all of the action, Granada met there. And Legion's not pushing forward here. Attack has been called by Enraged Ewok in the middle of, well, nowhere for the most part. And perhaps that was where he was going to go in the beginning. Not really sure exactly. And the town under siege here from both players. Looks like Enraged Ewok has control of the town, or more so control of the town. 3 T-72Ms over here for Ewok. Fairly cheap tanks, but certainly get the job done, especially against Legion and other helpless special forces like that. Buratino now firing away on the town here. There is not much in this town to really hit. These Spetsnaz Gru are the only things there. And now tons of SU-122 are pushing forward here. Looks like 5 of them. So I suppose not tons, but still a pretty good amount. And they will be blasting away on these troops and the OSA as in just a moment here, T-72A will get there first, and will slam that OSA, the helpless, defenseless anti-air vehicle there, and 3 Su-122s for Nandamoni, and they do have heat rounds, so they will do damage to those T-72s. But the T-72s will definitely win over Su-122s, of course, in the end. And now pushing through the woods, did take out that OSA. And so far, ANZ has a pretty commanding position on the left. There really isn't too much here now for Wardong. Everything is sort of in retreat. The Buratino in retreat. All of the various, the OSAs in retreat as well. Mott-Schutzen even retreating. And the Su-122s don't have much of a chance to retreat either, as 272s are really on every side of them. And meanwhile, over here, it looks like Enraged Ewok is still holding the town fairly well. The Lu Zandwai are going to be pushing forward here, but too many troops, and too many troops that I cannot pronounce. Zenesti, and I got nothing on there. I will actually have to look up how to pronounce that in a moment, because otherwise I'll just totally embarrass myself. Yazardki, Kari, who knows? I got nothing, and it's sort of hard to do while you're trying to cast at the same time, as you need to look at it for a moment. Morskaya Pagoda pushing forward, and VDV, so now totally commanding and totally have taken over the left side of the map here for ANZ. And a +3 advantage for ANZ right now, 0-36. And looks like some troops going to be pouring in here from Mike. And the Zenesti, I'm assuming, let's just go with that. And ZSD's hanging out here, and S-Trops going wild on him there with the 30 mils. And now some Legions have been dropped off in the town, and they may be able to take out all of these troops here. Just 20 of them should be able to do the trick, especially if they get within block. And now KPZ T-72 and a T-72BU holding out here. And T-72BU does have 22 frontal armor, so these T-72As here are going to have a hard time penetrating that. And with only 14 AP power, they're going to have to be behind it or hit it with a side attack, as the frontal armor is just far too superior there. Going to need that T-72 Moderna to take out that T-72BU. Su-22M here dropping, and gonna hit that WZ-551, but not too big of a loss there. Frosty surrenders the game from Team Wardong, and now leaves the game. So assuming that the game is over for him, and still a +3 advantage for Team ANZ, 119-0. So a pretty nice game here for ANZ, and it looks like that is it. And the rest of the team must have GG'd out, leaving Team ANZ to win game number 2. But stay tuned on my channel for game number 3, as it so far the score between these two teams is 1-1. And remember, this is the final 4, so it's these two teams here will go on and fight the remaining 2 teams. But until then, I will see you guys next time.